Gunnar Hoglund made his major league debut in Miami and introduced himself to the baseball world with nothing short of a clinic. Tonight on Locked On A's Postgame.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney, one name, all passion. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen of the day. I'm from the Bay Area, and I've been a diehard A's fan since '81. This isn't just another A's podcast. This is the most informative and insightful show on the A's, period. We cover the A's every single day, breaking down games, delivering the latest team news, and giving you deep, thoughtful analysis you will not find anywhere else. If it's happening in Sacramento or in Las Vegas, we got you covered. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. And please hit that subscribe button wherever you are following the show. Tonight, we have Jeremiah Geiger, who was at the A's Marlins game tonight. Jeremiah, host of Locked On Marlins. How are you, buddy?
You know, I'm doing all right. It was a beautiful stadium, beautiful park. I just wish the Marlins played a little bit better. Your guy, Gunnar Hoglund, absolutely shut us down. And if it's a little loud, they got a DJ, post-game DJ, got the whole environment going. But, you know, the A's played really good, and the Marlins didn't play clean baseball. And it's professional baseball. That's what makes the difference. The A's got their hits when they needed to. They worked the at-bats, and they had a great game.
You know, you were talking about yesterday, actually, Palazzo didn't have too much command. You know, I think he lost the game in the second inning right off the bat. He got the first guy out, then Bleday drew a walk. He hit Brown. He walked Urias. He got this. Then Nick Kurtz came up with one out, had a nice at bat, blooper, a soft line drive to right field for a run, and then he got Urshela with 2 outs, and then he walked Wilson for a second run.
Yeah, it can't happen. It can't happen, and especially like we were talking about before, Booney, Beozo. Marlins fans will know this. He is a command first pitcher. He doesn't throw hard. So if he's walking guys, that kind of is the antithesis of everything he's trying to do on the mound. It just wasn't his night. He had no command.
Yeah, no, he didn't have much command tonight, it didn't seem like. And you guys started off right off the bat, base hit to lead off the game.
Yeah, it felt good.
and Stowers, the double play ball, he hit that hard. It just right. Wilson was played perfectly up the middle. And then, Hoglund looked good, though. You know, he had a lot of velocity on that fastball. He was working quick. He was stomping the zone. Marlins didn't really threaten too much. And the A's kind of picked their spots. And I wouldn't say, they didn't do a whole lot, but Marlins made some mistakes today in the field, and they walked a few batters, and that's kind of how baseball works.
Absolutely, you got to take your free passes, and then the flip side of things, you can't give up free passes, and it's plagued the Marlins all season long. And yeah, this comment right here, how about JJ Bleday, homering off his former team? It's like poetry. It was bound to happen. He absolutely crushed that ball.
He crushed it, but he had 3 runs. Even his first at bat, working that walk. That was a big deal, working that walk in the first at bat. He had 3 runs scored, and he started off, and he got the solo home run in the third. Home run in the third. Next time up, double. He was great tonight, and Hoglund looked great. Hoglund looked really, really good, and you mentioned it yesterday. It was a starting pitching, and when you're walking guys and giving up those free passes, it's tough to really come back from.
It is. They dug themselves a hole, and the offense was just too quiet. Dane Myers had that home run. I will give Stowers credit because he had a couple at-bats. He had a base hit, and then you said the double play, and he also lined out. It looked like he hit that right on the button.
One to center, I think.
Really unlucky game
the second
from
base
Stowers.
to Urias. Yeah, the Urias.
Yeah. But you can't walk guys, and the Marlins just did too much of that tonight. I don't have the numbers pulled up, but it had to be at least 5, 6, 7 walks total, probably more.
I'll tell you right now, they walked 4, 4 walks by Belazzo and a hits batsman. They had,
Right.
They had 2 hits batsmen. So
yeah, so essentially 6.
6 free passes. Yeah, absolutely. And that, that's the key right there, right? You're not going to get away with that. How is that stadium? Is that your first time there?
Yeah, first time at the ballpark. Really nice, very clean inside. Good, just a good environment overall. I really like it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good seats?
Yeah, great seats. Right,
Yeah.
right behind third base dugout, like that second level. So not field level, but that second level.
Okay.
Good vantage point.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the big test for the A's. Let's see. I was when I was doing my short, I was really examining the team and looking at it. I'm like, hang on a second. Tonight they have 6 first-round picks in the starting lineup.
Wow.
4 of those 6-round picks are top 10 picks, and they've all been developing, right? So you check it out. Langoliers, pick number 9 overall, right?
Right.
Playing for a while. When these kids get older to 25, they're going to get some going. The only kid that's really young is Nick Kurtz and Hoglund. Nick Kurtz is 4 overall. You have left field Tyler Soderstrom, first round pick.
Yeah.
JJ Bleday, number 4 overall. Jacob Wilson, number 6 overall.
He looks so good tonight. Defensively, man,
he's been nuts.
He's a wizard.
Jesus, he's been making those diving plays all day.
Golly. I was like,
Hoglund's
this
a
kid's
first-round
Gold
pick.
Glove potential.
Yeah, no question. Hoglund's a first-round pick. So when you mix up all these first-round picks, and then you're talking about Bleday and Butler, you got a team, And we've always had a good bullpen. We had a really good bullpen last year. What's been the big question with the A's is our starting pitching. And I'm hoping Hoglund can get settle down into that starter's role and take that 5th spot, because he sure looked sharp tonight. He looked as advertised.
No, he looks great. I'm excited for tomorrow's pitching matchup. JP Sears and Max Meyer. Like that's a really good pitching matchup. Two good starters. Probably the A's best starter and the Marlins best starter.
Agree.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, agree. So Hoglund's the kid tonight. You saw he's who we got in return for Matt Chapman.
Right.
So, it takes a while before these guys, I still haven't figured out the equation to baseball, right? What's the key? Is it trading for these prospects up until they're up for until they're done with their arbitration and you wait a few years? I don't know, but they're pretty good. But hey, Jeremiah, if you have to take off, no problem. But man, it was a fun game.
Oh, it was really fun. Thanks for having me, Booney.
Let's do it again soon and see what happens tomorrow. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Let's do it. Take care.
All right, bud. Take care, bud. Hey, guys. Yeah, so that was a fun game tonight, man. There's a few spots of the game that were just, to me, so darn critical, right? For me, one of the biggest things was in the bottom of the 4th inning. If you remember in the bottom of the 4th inning, Hoglund struck out the first 2 batters. Boom, boom, right? Real easy. And then Ramirez came up, hard single to right field. Wagaman hit a hard single off Urshela's glove, which was ruled a hit, but easily could have been scored an error. And with first and third 2 outs, Hoglund bared down and struck out a very dangerous Matt Nervous with just a filthy changeup in a tough at bat. I mean, at that time, the game's still tight, man. At that time, it's still a 2-0 game, 3-0 game A's, right? Bottom 4. We end up scoring 3 in the 5th. But geez, that was a grind of a game. That's for sure. It's amazing when we win, everyone looks good from the front. Yeah, everyone looks good, right? Yeah, no question. We just got to keep going, Bill. It's a grind right now. We'll see, one at a time. I just, I said it all season. I think we're a really good team. We're winning the games we should be winning, and that's a key to any successful team. That's what the A's are doing right now, and I love how we're rolling right now, man. It just looks really, really good. We're still not playing our best baseball. That's the scary part, right? We're still not playing our best baseball. we still were left 2 of 11 with runners in scoring position, right? 2 of 11 with runners in scoring position. So we're still not playing our best ball. Tomorrow's going to be a big game. Max Myers for the Marlins is no joke. He is their ace. He is their guy. But before we get to Max Meyer, how about freaking Gunnar Hoglund? What do you guys think of Gunnar Hoglund? Let me give you the line on Hoglund. Hoglund he was efficient too. He was efficient. Hoglund threw 81 pitches, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 7 Ks, no walks. I mean, it was mastery, man. Yes, Bleday is heating up. Yep, just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Yeah, I know, Bill. Andahar needs to play. I get it. I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Yeah. Obviously, Kotze knows what he's doing, right? It's working out. I think he's going to pick his spots with Andahar. Yeah, I agree, right? Andahar's also injury prone all the time too, Bill. So I don't mind the day offs too much. I've seen too many years where Andahar's gotten hurt. I don't mind him. I don't think, Bill, he's a 140 game a year guy, right? I just don't think he is. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that, Meatball. For sure. No question. But good at bats. Top of the 5, Langoliers, sac fly, drives in Soderstrom, who worked a walk. Seth Brown, hard single, drives in Bleday. We were good today, man. We were really good all day, all night. Hogan Harris comes in, pitches 2 solid innings. Was tough. But like I said, the story of the night, no question, was Gunnar Hoglund, as advertised. And right now, if that's our rotation, Severino, Severino, Springs, Bedeau, Sears, Hoglund, I'm happy. Yeah, a lot of fun, Meatball. Hey, we're 3 games over 500. It's been a few years since we've done anything like that. It's a good ball club, guys. It's a good ball club. I don't think, like I said, I don't think we're playing great ball yet. I don't think we're playing great ball yet. That's a scary part. We're not playing our best baseball. We're not really hitting yet. Bleday had his first game in a while today. For a while. Rooker hasn't heated up, and Butler's been slumping. Soderstrom hasn't been great for weeks either, but that's the whole thing with baseball. Everyone's picking each other up. Our starting pitching's been good, and our bullpen's been ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Gravity, right? I mean, absolutely. You never know how these trades are going to turn out. I mean, do you remember, Gravity, do you remember who we got for Frankie Montas? Let's see if you know that one. Is that right? Does that include, that's even with Jeffrey Springs, Jason? Wow. 1,000% right, Meatball. 1 game at a time. No, you're right. You're right. And that's what's so critical about tomorrow is we're going against a legitimate pitcher tomorrow, right? Max Meyer is legit. Wow. That's really good. And Springs looked good last game. Great point, Bill. Great point. Absolutely. Tonight, if I would say if you were to pick tonight's people, it'd be Hoglund and Bleday, right? Yesterday, you would go to Springs and Andahar. Every game, someone different. Game 3 against the Rangers, you go to Rooker in the bullpen. It's awesome. There you go, Gravity. Great call, bud. Great call. Good one. All right. Well, hey, where did JP Sears go to college? I'll get you on this one. That's for sure. It took me a while on that one to get that. You guys won't get that unless you look it up. Yeah, Yeah. Sears has been painting for second half of last year, Bamboo, and he's painting in spring training. He's really coming into his own. Really good. He went to the Citadel. JP Sears went to the Citadel. So the key to really good teams is, first of all, winning games you're supposed to. All right. I like that. John Tudor, old school Pittsburgh Pirates, St. Louis Cardinals, game 6 starter in 85 World Series. Game 6 starters, 85 World Series against the Royals, where the Royals took that in 7 on the very controversial call at first base and George Orta. But ain't that the truth, man? No, I mean, Geloff's looking okay in Vegas. He went one. I saw his game yesterday. He went 1 for 2. And the first, and he hit a C the second one. The first one, it was a chopper to third. They called it an error. Could have easily been called a hit. I thought it was a hit when I saw it. And what's the Warriors score? I haven't even been following that. I used to be diehard Warriors, not as much anymore. We need Geloff. We need Geloff too. But Urias is fielding great. Yeah. No, you're right. That's a great call in that comparison. John Tudor and JP Sears. But you know what? And I said this earlier. The White Sox are a decent team. And when I saw the score earlier, they were beating let's see if they held on. White Sox 7-3, top of 9 over the Astros. The White Sox are good. I don't know what's going on with the Rangers. They got blown out by the Mariners. Ugly. The key series right now is obviously this one. Like Meatball said it. Yep, second place. I don't feel bad either. Arrogant bastards. I don't feel bad, not even a little bit, for Texas struggling. I'm okay with that. Keep on struggling, Texas. Jesus. I mean, they rolled into Sacramento like they were like the 3-time defending champions, and we haven't done anything. It was crazy. I don't feel sorry for them either. Keep on struggling. But the White Sox beating the Astros White Sox are good. White Sox are a good team. I'm glad we're done with the White Sox, to be honest. I want to see the final of that Seattle 10-0 bottom 7. Jesus. How many hits do they got? Wow. 10-0, huh? The Rangers with 1 hit. Rangers have 1 hit. Yeah, I think right now if the season were to end today, we would be in the playoffs. We're playing good ball. Last 16 games, we're 12-4, guys. Last 16 games, we're 12-4. I think the streak started when Texas visited. We took 2 of 3 against the Rangers, 2 of 3 against the White Sox, 3 of 4 against the Rangers. That's 2, 4, 7, 8. And then before that, I forget all that good stuff. Yeah, Rick, but here's the deal. When Otañez comes back, Murdoch can't necessarily be sent down since he is a Rule 5 draft pick. He has to be first offered back to the Royals, where we got him from, before we can send him down. I don't think the Royals are going to claim him, so I think we're okay there. But yeah, we just can't send down Murdoch. since he is a Rule 5 draft pick. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. But I'm with you. It is unpredictable. It was nice to see Harris have a couple good innings. I'm going to take a short break here, guys. And when I come back, stick around because we are going to review Max Meyer. A's go against Marlins ace Max Meyer. Max Meyer was the 3rd overall pick for the Marlins back in 2021. Here is his scouting report. This is Marlins starter for tomorrow against the A's, 1:05 Pacific Standard Time. First pitch, Max Meyer. Game 2, Max Meyer, the Bulldog with bite. Max Meyer isn't just the ace of Miami's staff. He's the one guy you would actually pay to watch pitch. The 2020 number 3 overall pick out of the University of Minnesota is finally healthy and showing why scouts drooled over his electric arm. Through 34 innings in 2025, he has punched out 47 hitters and walked only 11. That's what you want from your frontline horse. Power, precision, and enough swagger to go toe-to-toe with any lineup in the league. Let's not sugarcoat it. The dude's slider is vicious. He throws it at nearly 40% of the time, and it bites at 89.8 mph late. Sharp tilt that lefties and righties both flail out. If you're an ace hitter guessing slider and you get his 95 mph four-seamer instead, that's a recipe for a K. He pairs it with a hard changeup at 89 that mirrors the fastball just enough to mess with timing. The sinker and sweeper add a bit of depth and movement east-west, but make no mistake, this is a 2-pitch monster who's learning how to use all 5. Need proof of what he can do and when he's on? April 21st of this year versus the Cincinnati Reds, 6 innings, 14 strikeouts, 0 walks, 0 runs. He flat out embarrassed Cincinnati that night. For the A's, the key will be patience. If Meyer can get swing-happy hitters to chase the slider below the knees, it will be a long day. But if the A's can spit on that pitch early, force him up in the zone, and work his pitch count, maybe, just maybe, they can break through. Make him work, force him up, eliminate the slider early. Meyer is as dominant as they come when he's ahead in the count. His slider is the put-away pitch. And if you're down 0-2, 1-2, forget it. You're biting air. But if you flip the script and get ahead, he has to challenge you with the fastball. And that's when you do damage. How to attack him? Lay off the slider down and away. He wants you to chase it. It's his bread and butter. But it doesn't land for strikes often, especially against lefties. Don't give him free strikes by swinging at it, period. Be ultra selective early. He throws 5 pitches, but he leans heavily on 2. Don't swing unless it's middle, or hanging. Make him climb into your zone. Target the 4-seam fastball and sinker up in the zone. His fastball lives 94, 95, which is good, but not overpowering if you know it's coming. If he misses arm side or up, punish him. Force long innings. The Reds couldn't touch him on April 21st because they swung early and often. Wrong move. Make him throw 18 to 20 pitches per inning. Deep counts. Turn the slider into a non-option if he's behind. Run when you get on. Meyer's focus is all pitch tunnel, not pickoff or control on the base pass. Pressure him with speed and distraction. Summary: Max Meyer, best pitch, slider, weakness, fastball command late, strategy, take early, force fastball, drive up pitch count. Yeah, Max Meyer, man. I mean, he's a stud. You know, the one thing I was happy about today was we had great at-bats. JJ Bleday's at-bat in the second was huge. I thought Nick Kurtz falling behind 1-2 with him striking out a lot and being able to hit a soft liner to right field was huge. Tyler Soderstrom earned a walk as well. We were patient at the plate today for the most part. Yeah, I agree. We're still not hitting, man. We're not hitting yet. That's the scary part. We're not hitting. Langoliers hasn't been hitting. Rooker has been okay. Butler hasn't been hitting. Bleday had his first good game in a long time tonight. We haven't hit as a whole. Urshela is auto out. Urias has been okay. Kurt's his timing's been good. Meatball, yeah, discipline, 100%. That's the thing with Myers. He's a stud, man. I don't know. The thing you talk about Muller, we gave up a little quick on Muller. He was kind of a prospect from Texas. I didn't think he was terrible. Also, we just release him. We get 0 for him. I don't know. Waldichuk, not this year. He's I don't know what same type of deal, right, Rick? With a guy like Waldichuk coming back from Tommy John surgery, you don't know what you're going to get, right? You just don't know what you're going to get. Here's a good comparison. You got Marlin from Texas. Remember Game 4, who's lighting it up. He was nothing before he had Tommy John surgery. Comes back from Tommy John surgery, is a whole new pitcher. Then you have Jeffrey Springs. Before Tommy John surgery, ridiculous. After, he's lost some life on his fastball. So, you got a couple different situations. I don't know. As far as Waldichuk, maybe. I mean, we got to see what we're going to get from what. I don't think Waldichuk's going to pitch this year, to be honest. I don't think he's going to pitch this year. He's on the 60-day IL. There's still rehab. How's he going to respond from the Tommy John surgery? That sort of things. I don't see Waldichuk coming back up this year. You know who was impressive yesterday, who made his first start? My favorite pitcher in the whole system, Jack Perkins, pitched last night. He was awesome for AAA. 4 innings, 4 Ks, 1 walk, 3 hits. One of them was an infield hit. They got it limited to 65 pitches. He pitched 50-something pitches, a stud. He reminds me of a Kurt Schilling, kind of like that pit bull and dog like that. So we'll see what happens. I think the lineup is going to go back to Butler's going to be back in there tomorrow. I loved how Butler was kind of up on the dugout steps, cheering on his opponents. I love the attitude. I like where we're going, man. It's a good team. And of course, right, it's always easy to be a good team when you're winning. Winning solves everything. Tomorrow's a test. And then, of course, the big test is Monday to Wednesday next week. Excuse me. What did I say a while ago? I said 19 games, right? 19 games beginning in Texas is going to define who this team is, right? We're 5 games in, and we're 4-1. It's pretty good. Pretty darn good. 1:05 first pitch tomorrow. I will be back on postgame after the game. I hope to see you here to celebrate another A's win. If not, that's okay. We'll see what happens. One day at a time. Take care, fellas. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB, on YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.